Hello?
Where are you?
You're
What?
missing it.
Get down here right now.
Where are you?
Hurry to the tunnel.
You have 5 minutes.
Get down here right now.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Sing a song for the broken hearted. A silent prayer for faith departed. I'm gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live my life. It's my life. My heart is knocking on the highway. Like Franklin said, I did it my way. I just wanna live my life. It's my life. This is for ones who stood their ground. Tommy and Gina never back down. Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. Look, you even look, you gotta make your own breaks. It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live my life. It's my life. My heart is knocking on the highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live my life. 'Cause it's my stand tall when you're holding me out. Don't bend, don't break, baby, don't back down.